confession to make.
You don't even know my real name. I'm the Lizard King.
Hey, what's up, VC and everybody out there in YouTube land? Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem YouTube channel, it's Kendall. And full confession, I did something I pretty much said I wasn't gonna ever do. Oh, call me a hypocrite, call me what you want, I know. But I bought my first ever UHQR. I bought the Doors LA Woman. Oh man, the FOMO got me. Yeah, I know a while back I made that video talking about, not spending a ton of money and, buying, staying within a budget and all that kind of stuff. But curiosity got the best of me. I talked about how, the UHQRs, I didn't really have a desire for them because, one, I thought the titles just weren't speaking to me. There were a lot of jazz titles, and I was not really a big Steely Dan fan and all that kind of stuff. But then he dropped this bombshell of the Doors, LA Woman. And I'll be honest, LA Woman's not my favorite Doors album. It's probably my second. Self-titled debut album is my favorite Doors album. I think it's the best debut album of all time. I will go to my grave probably saying that until something new comes out by another band. But but this is a great album, of course. I broke down and I got it. Like I said, this is my first ever UHQR. And I was curious. And I know that this was already released in the double 45, but I like my 33 RPM, and so like I said, I broke down and I bought it. And I know, guys, ridicule me, do all you want, but I wanted to experience the UHQR, and of course this is the new box. This is technically a gatefold package. And I figured I'd just kind of go through it real quick. This isn't going to be a full-on review video. It's nice packaging, of course. It's not the old style. It's a nice hard thing here. The only reason I'm doing this is because I have a lot of friends that don't get into that kind of stuff. Outer sleeve, inner sleeve for the record here. Of course, it's on the Clarity vinyl, 200 gram. Got the original label, which is cool. I did keep this for a few reasons. One, because I got number 874, which I thought was interesting. And the reason I kept that part is because when you read this, on the very bottom it says limited edition, less than 1,000 records per stamper released in limited quantities. And so if that's really the truth, which I don't have a reason to not believe Chad and the guys over there at Quality Record Pressings, I got number 874, which means that it came off of the first stamper, which is normally what you want. Of course, it comes with this and all that good stuff, the technical specifications and your all your little certificates and everything and yada yada, little booklets and what's coming from UHQR or from Quality Record Pressings and Acoustic Sounds. Got a nice booklet about LA Woman and the Doors. Here's your little inner sleeve. I haven't put it in this yet. And then of course you got your inner sleeve for the record. It goes inside. So, nice packaging, of course. You would expect nothing less from a UHQR, of course. Then you got your box. I do have an outer sleeve that fits the box. I always have box set outer sleeves to try to keep these nice and protected. So, anyway, like I said, this isn't going to be a full-on review of the actual record itself. I don't do comparisons or anything like that because I don't consider myself to be an audiophile and all that good stuff. I just wanted to experience the UHQR, and so I broke down. I will say this now. This was a little bit different. You know, everyone talks about Analog Productions website and how dated it is, and boy is it. I went to the website because I was debating on whether or not to buy this record. And when I went to the website, I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to buy this record. And so I was scrolling through Facebook, and lo and behold, I'm a fan of the Doors website on or their official page on Facebook, and they were advertising it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, they're advertising because, you know, it is. But then all of a sudden there was a link to it, and it took you to the Doors website, and you could purchase it from the Doors website. I thought that was interesting, so I clicked on it, and it took you to it. And oddly enough, it didn't take you to Analog Productions website to purchase it. You could purchase it straight from the Doors website. I was like, okay, well, let me just check something. So I go through it, and you have more purchasing options of ways to purchase it from the Doors website than you did through Analog Productions. And it came out cheaper. So I was like, wow, how about that? So I broke down and I bought it through the Doors website. And when I got my notification that it shipped, it didn't ship from Salina, Kansas. It shipped from Tennessee, of all places. Now, that made me wonder, when I get it, is it going to come in a different box and all that kind of stuff? Because I have no idea. I mean, I've never actually purchased from Analog Productions website, so I wasn't sure. But no, it came in the acoustic sounds. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So shipping was great. No issues with the box being damaged or anything, so that was great. I will say this. Again, I don't really have a whole lot to compare. I mean, I have a mid-70s reissue of the album, but when I played it, I've listened to it twice now. Because I got this yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to really listen to it until last night, and I couldn't really focus on it, and then I listened to it this morning. Wow. In your face, just, I've heard people say punchy, and yeah, that's definitely true. The bass is right there, boom, boom, boom. Jim Morrison's vocals, very just to the point, clear, just very, very open, and just clear is the word that keeps coming to my mind, because again, I'm not an audiophile and I don't use specific terms and all that kind of stuff. But there was on the fourth track on the first side before LA Woman, I'm going brain dead on the track right now, it's that blues song. I was hearing so much other sounds that I hadn't really noticed before, like tapping and all that kind of stuff, that it almost kind of, believe it or not, it almost kind of distracted from the rest of the song. Like, I think it was foot tapping or whatever, but like it almost kind of distracted from the rest of the song, and I was just like, wow. So just, very openness with the instruments, and just very, very, very cool, because again, this is the first time I've ever had a UHQR or anything like that, and just so much just clarity and everything. I just blew me away. And I've seen some other reviews from other people on YouTube, and they actually said that this did sound a little bit better than the double 45, which when you watch Chad's video, he kind of wasn't sure if people were going to think that, and so that was a little surprising. But I was very impressed, very happy with the sound quality of it. And so honestly, I'm really hoping, because I would definitely shell out the cash for it, for a UHQR of the Doors self-titled. So, Chad Kasem, however you say it, I do apologize. If you decide to do another UHQR Doors, I'm hoping that it's the self-titled, sir, because that is my favorite Doors album, and I think that would sound amazing. So anyway, just throwing that out there. But yeah, Do I think that these are going to sell out? Honestly, no. I don't think a UHQR has sold out since Bob Marley. Do I think it's worth the purchase? Honestly, not really. I mean, am I glad I have it? Yeah, because I wanted a UHQR, and I figured this would be the one to get of all the ones. You know, I know that sounds bad after I just talked it up, but was it really worth it? Probably not, because I don't really have an audio file set up. But with I have a great speaker setup that just blows, and that, you know, so that's really cool. But it sounded great. Sounded honestly spectacular. I didn't get a chance to really blare it because last night it was late. My daughter was asleep. This morning people were still asleep. So if I were to play it right now, I could blare it and probably really enjoy it even more. But I am happy with it. I'm glad that I purchased it just because it's one of those albums that I think is great. And it's to be my first UHQR. I'm glad it's something like this and not something like Steely Dan or a jazz title. So on that aspect, yes. Anyway, don't know if this really meant anything to anybody. I just kind of wanted to give my sense, my thoughts on it, my 2 cents, whatever you want to call it. I am happy I bought it. Did I spend a lot of money for it? Of course I did. But you know, if you're a huge Doors fan, I think this is a no-brainer for you. If you're a moderate Doors fan, well then no, don't buy it. But it is gonna sound great though. I will tell you that. So anyway, guys, leave me some likes, comments, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Subscribe, all that good stuff. I would appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Peace and love. Bye.